July 22nd, 2026 at 5 p.m. Will you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will you pray with me as well? Where you standing, please? Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to be able to serve our county, Lord. Give us the wisdom, discernment, and judgment to do what is right. Let's have our actions to look forward and look good in your sight. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Mr. Chairman, you ready to approve the agenda?
Yes, sir.
Before we approve the agenda, I want to make a motion that before we adjourn in silence. Ms. Nancy Finkley, Mr. Douglas, why she served on the county school board and several boards through the county over the years. We adjourn.
Before we adjourn,
Take a moment of silence.
okay. It's acceptable to you, can we do that before the executive session?
However you want.
While everybody's here?
Okay, that'll work, then.
I don't think we need a motion to amend the agenda.
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
Mr. Chair, before we get started, I'd like to welcome Sidney Douglas here as the replacing John and Ken tonight. So it's our attorney.
Appreciate you having us out. Thank you so much.
Sidney.
Okay.
It is Douglas, right?
Having the written agenda in your hands, having the email before, your motion to be approved.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? All opposed? Agenda is approved. The minutes of our June 24th, 26th, and July 15th meetings were emailed to each member in their packet. Having these in hand ahead of time, is there a motion to be approved as written? Got a motion, is there a second? Got a motion, second, any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Next item is public hearing number six, item number 6, ordinance number 2606, authorizing the issuance and sale of not exceeding $2,100,000 general obligation bond series 2026, Dillon County, South Carolina, fixing the form and details of the bond, providing for the payment of the bond, authorizing the chairman, the county council, and county administrator to determine certain matters relating to the bond, providing for the payment of the bond, disposition of the proceeds of the bond, and other matters relating thereto. Is there a motion to open that in a public hearing?
Make a motion to open.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Ms. Drew, has anybody signed up to discuss that? Is there a motion we close the public hearing?
I make a motion to close it.
We got a motion to close, is there a second?
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor of closing? Public hearing is closed. The ordinance is now, as just read, it's third reading. Ordinance number 2606, authorized issuance and sale of a not exceeding $2,100,000 general obligation bonds. Same as the previously stated. Is there a motion that we approve this ordinance?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion. I didn't realize till last night that we got 4 outstanding loans or bonds. And we got the first one that was $1,200,000. We only owe $240,000. And we got, that was in 2020. In 22, we borrowed $2.5 million. And we got
Mr.
that.
Scott, I certainly understand what you're gonna say. Can we have a motion on the ordinance first, and then we'll take that during discussion?
I'll make a motion that we pass this third reading, that we pay off these 2 oldest bonds, which is $850,000 first before we borrow the money. That's my motion. Pay off these 2 oldest bonds, and then we borrow $2.1 million. I'll make a motion on that.
I think we have to have a motion on this item before we discuss.
How does that work, ma'am? If I want to change I want that to be part of the motion that we pay off these 2 old bonds. We got 4, but I want to pay the 2 oldest ones off. Won't that be part of the motion?
So you'd want to make your initial motion as to the ordinance that's before you. If you want to make a motion to amend it, that would come after it gets opened
We
via
have
the
to have
action
a
motion.
motion for this in a second.
Okay.
Yes.
Then during discussion, we can go from
And
there.
then we can make a motion to amend it.
Yes, sir.
Can we vote on that before we vote on the
Okay.
other?
All right.
Is there a motion that we approve?
I'll make a motion that we approve.
All right, is there a second? That we approve, this is for the general
Second.
obligation bond, we got a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Is that when I need to make a motion amended?
Yes, sir, if you'd like to make a
I'd like to
motion.
make a motion that we amend this 2.1 million that we fifty borrowed to pay off the balance on the 2020, which is almost 6 years, it's amount of 240,000. And in 22, which is over 4 years, is 610, which would be a total of 850,000. And then we can borrow 2.1 million, and it would keep us right under our debt limit, because our debt limit is $853,415. And if we go the way we're going, won't pay these two off, we're gonna be within about $400,000 or $500,000 from maxed out of the debt limit, maxed people's credit out of the county.
So you're not requesting that we pay it out of this bond, but we're paying it out of the general fund?
Out of the general
before
fund.
we take this bond?
And we got over, and I don't wanna say how much we got to think, but we just talked about that, we got plenty of extra in the general fund that could be done. And you can use some of that money if you need to, because you can put the general, this bond we get, that goes back to the general fund. Ain't like we're gonna spend it all in one day.
But you won't be paying it out of the general fund, you talking about paying it out of fund balance.
Well, fund balance, yeah.
Okay, 'cause the
Yeah,
general fund is your
we're the
budget
same thing,
consent.
fund balance, yeah. Yeah, it ain't,
Mr.
it ain't 850, we're gonna
Administrator.
get 2 million.
Do you suggest we do what's in this ordinance?
Well, I suggest you do what's in the ordinance for the 2.1 million, yes.
But as far as paying off the other two, do you see any problems with that?
Didn't know nothing about it tonight, I'd rather talk to the treasurer first, be sure.
Well, always in the past, when Clay was here, one thing I liked about Clay, I didn't agree with him on things, but we never had him loan over 4 years old. And now you get them up at 6 years old. I just wanna get it, I ain't trying to pay the big ones, just pay the two small ones, those are the two small amounts. It ain't but $850,000, and, if we don't have the money, I'd say not to pay it, but if we got the money, well over $10 million, we should be able to get $850,000 out of it. We got well over 10 million.
I say we keep going the way we're going. I'd rather make
Well,
payments
can-
than
can-
use a
can
bunch
we-
of
But you
credit.
paying interest on this, Steve, if you ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Can we address that as a separate item away from this general obligation bond? I'm not saying I'm not opposed. to
You can
what
come
you're
back
saying.
later and vote to
Pay the
pay
other
off
two off.
pay off the other bonds. That really don't have nothing to do with this bond.
That's the way I look at it. We're looking at two different things, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Chairman, I know you pretty conservative, and you don't want the Republican guy, and you won't do the right thing. I ain't got no problem moving it to the next meeting, if we can move it to the next meeting and vote on
I
it.
got no problem with
I mean,
that,
you know.
but that gives us a chance for him to talk to the treasurer.
Okay,
We can proceed with this,
okay, I'm okay, but they gotta be done today, I'm just saying.
but I like your idea.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good idea, you know what I'm saying?
I think it is too.
Yeah, well, let's go to the next
But I want to know
meeting.
the consequences of it before it.
Okay,
So you withdraw your.
I'll withdraw that amendment, and
Okay.
just go straight through getting the loan, you know, the bond.
Is there any further discussion on the general obligation bond with this 2026 season?
I make a motion to pass it.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of passing this bond? All opposed? Ordinance passes. Next ordinance is ordinance number 26-09, second reading. An ordinance by Dillon County Council postponing for 1 year the implementation of the reassessment of properties. Is there a motion that this be approved? Is there a motion that this be approved?
No motion.
Motion, second. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Next item is ordinance number 26-10, second reading. An ordinance by Dillon County Council authorizing a uniform ordinance summons and authorizing the use of an ordinance summons for the enforcement of county ordinances. Is there a motion that this be approved? We have a motion. Is there a second?
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Tim, can you go over there real quick?
Yeah, I'll let Sidney get finished, but this come out of our code enforcement of enforcing ordinances like litter and those kind of things, and the new ordinance we've done in reference to nuisance ordinance. And Kenny wrote this up and we went over it, I think, the last meeting in executive session, but I'll let Sidney do any other explanation she wants to add into it. But that basically, I think, covers most of it, don't it?
Yeah, I mean, very generally, these will allow uniform summons to be issued specifically for litter violations, zoning ordinances, nuisance ordinances that would come before the county magistrate court. Right now, the Dillon County Code has allowances for these types of summons to be issued, but the form of them hasn't been adopted yet to be utilized. So really, this is just formalizing what's already kind of provided for in the code.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Next item is item number 10, second reading of capital project sales tax. I would like to table that ordinance for our next meeting.
Make a motion to,
Second.
We have a motion to second. Is there any further discussion?
I'm in favor of it.
All in favor? Motion carries. Next item is item number 11, council recreation request. Ms. Drew? Can you address those, please?
Okay, first we have the sports report. It's $150.
I'll do it personally.
You see that what, Joe?
The sports report.
That's sweet.
do it county.
Okay.
I done did mine personal, I guess it was him too. He doesn't get, I got no what's wrong with him.
We ended up here. You put me down.
Personal. That's what we're gonna figure out.
Yes. Next, we have, the city of Dillon, James Washington would like to donate $575, and that is from his last budget, not from this, from his last recreation request. He changed and decided that he wanted to give the money to the city of Dillon.
That's buddy.
Good discussion.
That's $575. And next we have the Yana Special Needs Support Gala. On behalf of Yana, you are not alone, Special Needs Support. We are excited to celebrate our 20th anniversary on Saturday, August 22nd, 2026 at 4:00 p.m. at Outreach Family Fellowship in Dillon. And we are requesting a monetary donation.
Put me down for 100 personal, that's our supply.
There's no tickets, right? It's free. So any gift is greatly appreciated, so that's free. All right, now put me down for 50.
I'll do 50. You got 50.
Mr. 100 personal.
I'll do 50, Ms. Drew.
And that's all the council requests.
That's all council request. I've heard the request. Is the motion to be approved is made?
I make a motion to approve.
We got a motion to second. Any discussion? All in favor? Motion carries. Next item is item number 12. I think it's misnumbered in the docket I have here, but it's Brenda Clements, Youth Work Study Academy Summer Program. Could you address us from the podium, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for allowing me this space just to share with you all what we have done and what we were working on this summer, and we are coming to an end. I want to share with you just the information that about the program, and it is a youth work study program where we have went around into the community, and we had just about 25 business owners to agree to allow the children to job shadow with them. So back in the day, of course, you know, when we got out for the summer, we picked cucumbers, worked in tobacco, or the CEDAR program did exist for a while, as well as the JTPA program exist for a while. And so last year, as the kids were getting out of school, it was laid on my heart. I just began to think about them not having anything to do for the summer like we did, to earn money for school and different things like that. And so it came back to me this year, and so I said, let me be about my Father's business. And I went out and asked about 25 business owners in our area to allow these students to come in and job shadow. That right there kind of details, very much in detail, what we did. The ones that we were able to do, we wanted to do as many as we could, but it's just based on donations and what we were able to get different ones to help donate to provide that stipend for them every week. So they worked about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. We did a couple of weeks of training first before we sent them out, and then we paid them $100 every week for at least working anywhere between 15 and 20 hours a week. It was very successful, thankfully. The first day that we put the ad in the paper or the application for them to sign up, we on the Dillon Facebook page, we had probably about 80 applicants. And then after that, the next day, we were up to like 100, a little over 100. And the deadline to cut off for the application was June the 5th, but I had to close it because we had such a great, overwhelming response from the community. And so that says a whole lot about the parents and the young people in our community. They need something to do. And I'm grateful for the response, but unfortunately we weren't able to do everyone. And I'm grateful also for our Mayor Talley here has always been very supportive and helpful, and I think I mentioned this to him last year. And so we continue to work and try and build it. And so we finally came up to 10 business owners that we had to kind of eliminate the other ones. I'm grateful for, first of all, Thomas Flores is one of them that had a student's job shadow with them. Mr. Al, he has the garage shop right there on 301. Tyrone Leonard, he does construction work, building houses. Q&J Barbecue, very good supportive as well. Alanda's Hair Salon, we had someone in there doing hair. We had Miss Teresa Purnell Family Services, someone to job shadow with them in the Red Cardinal, the coffee shop downtown. We had Mr. Sonny McCray, also participated with his electrical and plumbing, and also Pastor Tommy Pittman as well as electrical and plumbing, well, electrical. And so these are some of the pictures that of the different students along with those that they were working with, if you want to pass that along. But last week was their last week of officially working, and this coming Saturday was going to be our celebration. We're going to honor and recognize those students as well as those business owners that helped to support what we did. I thank God for, I pray that God would cover them and protect them while they're out working, and he did just that. No one got hurt, no one got injured, and of course this type of job and them going out, anything could happen. But I'm grateful that they were able to finish well. They learned a lot. They had a lot of great experience in doing so. And today I just wanted to come and share with you what we were doing. I had wanted to talk to you earlier so we could get the awareness out in the Dillon community. So we're just trying to figure out how do we let Dillon County know what we're doing, and also to try and get some support. Now, I'm not necessarily asking that you give anything. We want to continue to do this. We hopefully look to do it next year. And I would love to collaborate with some of you all or whomever in order to put something in place for our young people. And although there's a lot of negative news about Dillon County when you look at the gun violence and the deaths and different things like that. But there is a shining star, there's brightness there, there is hope here in Dillon County. Everything is not bad news. This is good news that I'm bringing to you, that our young people, they have a very bright future, but it's going to take all of us working together for our county, for our community. All of my girls, our girls are out of school. I don't have any kids in school, so there's nothing personally that I have to, that I would benefit from it, no more than I love and I care about our youth, and not only that, but the parents and what's going on in Dillon County. And so whatever we can do to help put something positive in there, train them. Actually today we had another training, so we put those 10 to work, but then all of the other applicants that did apply, we did a 2-day training with them, and today was another training where we had different people to come in, and we're trying to build them up. And I told them on today that we're not just here to bring you out to do something, but we're preparing them and training them to be ready to go into the workforce. And so that's what we're doing. I would love for you all to support, if you're able to support in any way. If you're able to share this information, please share. I've been doing updates in the Dillon Herald that they can see it also on my Facebook page. But it is a great thing, and it has been a great success. And I would love to even have some of you all, if you're able to come out on this coming Saturday at 2 o'clock at Great Expectations Church, and you'll be able to hear from these young people that work. And so they started at age 14 up to, I think, 17 years old. And our young people, some of these young people that came, there's a lot that's going on in the home, and I'm sure you're aware of it, but they're struggling. The parents are struggling, and so the kids are struggling, and it's hard. And so whatever we can do to help assist, if we want to see change in our young people, if we want our future to be bright, it takes us working together and doing this little things, training. I was telling someone that there's 10,000 people in Dillon County, and if everybody gave $1, that's $10,000, and that's not a whole lot. I can get $1 worth of change in the bottom of my pocketbook more than likely. And so it just takes the little things of us working together to make a big difference. It's not about me getting any type of recognition. I don't even care. You don't even have to call my name. I just was the one that God used to get this going, but I cannot do anything without the help and support of these business owners, these students, and the parents, bringing them in order to participate. So that's what we have. If you would like to, I wasn't able to make a copy. My printer went out on me, and so that's another part of what we're doing as well. But thank you so much for your time. Once again, if you're able to make it out Saturday, you'll be able to see more about what we have done. But we're grateful for all of those that have participated, and thank you so much for your time. And at this time, I will open up the floor if y'all have any questions, if that's in order.
You got a pen, you got a number there? You got a phone number there?
My number is on the bottom of that.
I don't need my number, let you call me.
Sure. Yes, sir. I don't have a pen. Here you go. There it is.
843,
Mm-hmm.
845, 1944.
1944.
It's the only number I got memorized. Don't even know my own younger number.
All right, thank you all so much, and
Thank you, Ms.
also,
Clemens.
We
I
can help you,
appreciate,
must say,
just give us a call, we'll be glad to hear from you.
I
yes,
appreciate your
Thank you.
presentation, and thank you for the work that you do.
yes, sir,
very much
and
appreciate it.
just like to
We
thank
thank you for all you do.
my neighbor here, my friend, Mr. James Watson, I have to call him by his birth certificate name, but I know him as well. We grew up with him on Pine Street, neighbors, we're family. He's been supportive as well as the different things that we do out in the community. But thank you all so much for
Thank
your
you.
time and everything.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Next item is item number 14, committee appointments. District 1,
We're gonna have no changes.
oh, I'm sorry, I did, I'm sorry, I apologize. Take that back. All right. Item number 13 is approval of county vehicle bids.
Well, it's,
Could you explain that?
yeah, Mr. Chair, it's not really a approval to bids, just want to let you know what we are doing on the county bids now. We've got all of our, since you have passed through GO bond, we have been working to get prices from all the vehicles off a state contract, whether it's General Motors, Chevrolet, Ford, Dodge, and we're working on compiling that list and also getting the same figure from Enterprise so we can use it as a comparison to bring back to y'all. We hope to have those back in probably at our next monthly meeting. But one of the things I wanted to bring to y'all's attention, the sheriff is short 2 vehicles right now that were under the Enterprise lease that we have got that the insurance is settled out, the vehicle's gonna be settled out. One of the things we're looking at our vehicles in the coming year is that to go out and also get bids for lease payment through our banks, our local banks. We have found out through, Chesterfield County just did it, that you can do that. The only issue that we will have is that we can use local banks for the lease on vehicles, but for Sheriff's Department vehicles, we can't include their upfits on those leases. So just to give you that and make you aware of that. But what I would like to ask you tonight, since the sheriff is short 2 vehicles that are under the Enterprise lease, is that we'd be able to go out and get 2 Ford police interceptors through Enterprise. And we've got the prices. The price that we got from Dick Smith Ford off state contract for the interceptors is $49,417. $49,417. If we go with Enterprise, theirs is $49,047.72, which is cheaper than the Ford Interceptor from Dick Smith Ford. So I'd like to ask, even though to move forward with it, just at this point, just getting those 2 vehicles.
I talked to the sheriff, I talked to the sheriff last night about this situation, and like I was telling him, I'm not against Enterprise. I think we need to get the cars if we need them. But we as council, we the only one that can sign a contract. And none of us on council know, other than what he just told us, we don't know how much the payment's gonna be, how much interest rate Enterprise charges, nothing. So I'm gonna recommend that Mr. Administrator and the Finance Office go get a contract from Enterprise, how much these cars will cost us each month. And that way we can, and make sure we're doing the right price.
Well, the Enterprise cost per month, total monthly cost is $987.08 for these 2
For
vehicles.
5 years, 60 months.
I think that is correct,
And
Mr.
you're
Combs.
paying about $10,000 in interest on that kind of, 50,000, 49,000.
I'm not
That's
sure.
a lot of interest over 5 years. It better get through 4 like I got mine, 0%.
Well,
I understand that.
yeah, if we do a lease payment through the bank, we're gonna have an interest rate too.
But I understand that, but that's a lot of interest there on the Enterprise. You're talking about paying extra $10,000 that vehicle. You know, if you go from 49 to 60,000, that's about $11,000, man.
Term 60 months, yeah. That's up to
Ain't we gotta call a
council.
meeting, Tim, ain't we gotta call a meeting next week?
Well, the issue that you will have is if we do the bank route with these 2 vehicles, we're gonna have to go through our 3 readings on approving it.
I'm okay with them too, but I just think Enterprise needs to draw up a lease. Because county council, the only one that can enter into a lease. And that way they can show us what we get and what we ain't getting, you know what I'm saying? We the only one, and I think the attorney will tell you that county council the only one can enter into a lease. A contract, in other words.
Let me ask you something. So Enterprise was a lower price out of the box.
For the vehicles, yep.
If the lease, it's just a comparison of interest rates.
That's correct.
One gets double.
That's right.
But in this particular instance, you can't get them upfitted through the bank.
You can't use the lease payment through a bank, from what I understand, to upfit the vehicles.
So only through Enterprise can you do it.
Right.
Or another company leases them, like your state deal was, they do that kind of stuff. They got other companies that lease other than a bank that leases.
And
I just think we ain't but a week away from having a meeting, we could just get the contract, get to Neil or what's the name of the administrator to.
Well, like I said, my only issue is I don't have a problem waiting on the other vehicles, but since they're short right now, Enterprise has got them in stock, and we can move forward with it. Otherwise, if we wait to do it on lease from a bank, we're gonna have to wait a couple of months.
But if we pay $11,000 interest on a Ford Explorer or a term, I think we as county council ain't doing the citizens right.
Well, you, like I said, you're gonna still pay
I
interest
understand
on
they pay
those.
interest, but let's see what the interest gonna be, even with enterprise, let them show us what the rate is, you know what I mean? They don't
I have no problem
contract
waiting,
gotta have a
but
rate
like I
on it, you know
said,
what I'm saying? I mean, you don't wanna go into this on a
So
blank
how
check.
long is the lease term?
5 years,
5
60
years.
months.
So can we do like a shorter lease?
yeah, you can shorten it up, but you
But
won't
your
pay more
payment
money.
going up.
Mhm. But you won't be paying as much interest.
Well, I agree on that, but I'm just saying, well, you know, that might be something we can check out, you know, because,
Do a shorter lease?
You can do a 48 month, yeah.
but at the same time, you still gotta pay that, whatever the rate is. I see that's the catch to it. I don't think enterprise is discussing how much their interest rate is. I mean, that's my deal on it, I mean, and like I say, I think statute says that the county council's got to enter into a contract, so if we go into a contract, we got to have a contract, no one left out that else.
Don't we already have a contract with Enterprise?
But this is a new one, Steve. This ain't nothing to do with the old contract. $1,000 a month for a Ford Explorer? Over 5 years? That's a lot of money. It ain't no limit to the Explorer neither, that's a base.
I said we get them some beds or something.
No, I'm just saying that, I just think we need, I'm not always saying the cheapest is the best, but I think we ought to the citizens of Dillon County and let them know what these cars are costing. Because we don't know what
There's a lot of things we need to let the citizens of Dillon County know. We
I
don't
agree.
let know.
Well,
Mr. Chair, it's up to council if y'all wanna move forward with these
I'm
or
just
not.
saying, there's a lot, and we don't need to pick and choose what we're gonna let them know.
okay, let's,
I'll tell them what I
All
want
right.
to tell them, tell what you want to tell them.
okay. We got an item about approval of the county vehicle bids for 2 police employees. And that's buying those from Enterprise,
Leasing from Enterprise. Yeah.
and that's at $49,000.
60,000 interest.
And if you add all the payments up,
What
it's.
about $60,000?
I hadn't figured to the penny, I don't
That's
know.
a lot of interest, Dennis. You conservative. I agree.
That's roughly that amount, take your word for the figure.
So at the end of the lease, you told me we have
The bank
No, you don't
payments,
get no more, it's a
in the
straight
past.
line, you don't get no more vehicles.
and we've had bank payment, and in this case, the bank payment don't even compare to it because they can't do, you can't lease the other part, right? So you've got to lease the car and then have it
Yeah.
refitted. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But you don't know what the interest rate is from them anyway.
No, we'll have to put that out for
How
bid.
much does it cost to get it upfitted?
About 8,000, I think is what they said, per vehicle.
Well, when you get the car through the bank, they just pay $8,000 to get it.
Well, that's your
Well, last
option.
time, I think another thing we had with Enterprise, and it didn't come up, but since you brought it up, so I'm gonna bring it up. Last time we bought them cars from Enterprise, guess what? Dillon County had to put half the funding up for the watch car. They didn't fund the whole amount it cost them.
Let me back up one more step, make sure I understand. All right, 2 prices were about $300 or $400 a car.
That's right.
Yeah,
All right, but that was the prices with both of them outfitted.
No,
Neither of them.
neither,
No,
neither of them.
no.
You got-
Neither of them.
Neither outfit.
that's right.
Let's just take it out, the
So
money
we
we got
got
in there
that,
for
so
two cars for
the
sure.
right, the lease payment that you gave us, does that include the outfitting?
No.
Through Enterprise?
No,
I-
It does. So
That's
we got
just
to
the
pay for it
basic.
anyway.
that's
Say,
right.
Rob,
So that's off the table.
They would include that in
Yeah,
the
that's
lease,
the money we
yeah.
got. I do.
Later.
Could-
Look, we already talking about paying everything out the money. We ain't gonna have no money here in a minute.
Well, okay, so I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, we keep telling the money we get
Another question,
to be selling buildings again, trying to make payroll.
quick question for you. What about a Dodge Durango or a
Yeah, we didn't
Dodge?
check to see what the price was, nothing else, we just going
Was
straight
it-
what he told us.
We got prices on other vehicles too, but the sheriff had wanted to go with the police interceptor. So,
Dodge Durango's got a police interceptor and all the other stuff, trucks and all
The
that.
The Chevy Tahoes is 54 and 57,000. Now, if you want to drop down to the Dodge Durango, which is, it'd be $45,000.
But he got Dodge Durango down there, so I don't
So-
know what the difference.
Now, if
I'm
y'all
not
want,
saying get the cheapest, I'm just saying we just
but
need
then
to make sure.
again, that's, but we'd have to go out to the bank for the lease on those.
Okay, is the cost of outfitting the same for all 3 brands?
Basically.
Yeah,
Roughly.
yeah.
So,
We bought
so
Dodge.
so what we're discussing then is the total amount of money or the amount of payments. It's the crux of the matter,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. Okay.
And I reckon the question is, do we want to go ahead and get these two? If not, we'll hold off to the others.
well, tell me this, then we, if you talking about $20,000 for interest on them two vehicles, wouldn't we be better off to just pay for them two vehicles out of the money we got? And don't pay that $20,000 for interest on
I don't
$100,000?
think you understand, the money we got is the money that's gonna carry you to next tax time. You ain't just got money just sitting over there doing nothing.
No, we have $20,000.
I know, that's the fund the balance. I mean, that's what it means. I know exactly. I mean, you talking about right now, there's no tax money coming in whatsoever.
That ain't what that ain't got nothing to do with the fund balance.
Oh, yes, it does.
So, the rest of the vehicles that we procure, however,
Right.
for whatever means, would that be, are we analyzing those, or we checking with Enterprise?
We've got prices on all those from different state contract vendors, and we're also getting prices, we get prices from Enterprise on those too and compare them. But I'm not even bringing those to you at this point because we can wait on those. The sheriff has said he's short vehicles, asking to go out and purchase vehicles, and this is.
I don't think the week can kill us, the sheriff getting those two vehicles, because it's gonna take you longer than that to get them. He can't go tomorrow and get them on, I bet. I just don't think, if we're gonna have another meeting, I think we got time.
So you're asking that we come back next week?
Next week in our special call meeting for this other deal.
And what are you asking for?
I'm asking for us to have, not nothing to do with the bank. I want Enterprise to give us a contract showing how much interest they charge and what they giving us, because we don't really know what we're getting out of it.
And what will we do if it's still the same thing?
What you mean?
Are we gonna buy them the cars or we're not gonna buy them the cars?
Well, if it
You
is,
just wanna see the
I
numbers.
wanna see the numbers, yeah.
But then are you
So I'm not gonna
gonna
agree to give $10,000 a year for, $10,000 for 5 years on.
$2,000 a year in interest?
$20,000.
No, $2,000 a year per car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
$2,000 a year
yeah.
per car.
No, it'd be more than that.
No,
Yeah, per car, you got it. $2,000 per car, interest.
per year.
They ain't counting your principal, that's just the interest you pay.
So my question is, if we kick the can down the road a little bit further, and the numbers are still the same, are we gonna buy the cars or not buy the cars?
Anyway, I don't wanna put you on the spot, you done a good job with the city there.
No.
Wait a minute, y'all would always go to First Bank and buy like 4 cars, 6 cars, that's where you almost kinda went to the bank, cause I'm pretty sure it was a lot different, and
We,
You know,
The
had some
interest was a
payments.
lot different too.
I finance very little cars.
But you just went, but the ones you got, a lot of times I've heard them say like, go to First Bank, or, you put them out for bids like we talking
We
about.
put them out
You
for
get 'em-
bids, but a lot of them we paid cash. We used our own money. There's a lot of
Yeah,
times
there
we
you go.
didn't
Yeah, man, you talking
finance.
about $20,000 for interest right there, you talking about. That's a lot of interest, Kenny. Me and Dennis conservative.
We still
Wait a
gained the
minute,
interest
wait a
and that
minute,
money
wait a
sitting there too.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna call for a motion, and then we're gonna go have a discussion, and then we'll vote.
So what are we voting on right now, John?
That's what I'm asking for. Is there a motion to approve the purchase of the 2 vehicles through Enterprise, or at least the 2 vehicles through Enterprise? Is there a motion to do that?
Dennis, put in your motion how much the amount is.
I don't know how much they are.
Let Mr. Administrator put it in, where we can get how much the total will be paid.
But what I'm trying to do, and then I'm gonna ask,
Trying to take.
is there any discussion? And then we can amend it, or we can amend it, wait till next week when we vote on it then, whatever.
And you said the sheriff needs it,
That's what he's showing.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, we got a
Go
motion
from there.
to go with the 2 vehicles as Tim stated, as an administrative statement, excuse me. Is there a second? Okay, now the discussion is, you would prefer to wait.
I prefer we wait, it ain't but a week, and I
Till
don't
we
think.
find out the other.
Until we find out the other, where we can make sure we're getting the best price from Enterprise, and what the interest rate is, where we can have, if our citizens that we represent ask us, what did y'all pay for that, or whatever, we'd be able to tell them. I mean, that's the only thing, I'm not saying Enterprise ain't gonna have the best price, but I'm just saying, I think we owe it to the citizens, I mean, instead of saying y'all, paying $20,000 on 2 cars worth of interest for 2 vehicles, just 2 of them, now you gotta buy, he's wanting 5 more, so how much is that gonna wind up being, if you do the same deal?
Okay, that's noted. Has anybody else got any discussion?
I do.
Yeah.
So, Tim, you saying that we can do it for this amount, like term, other than doing it for the 5 years, you said we could do it for 48 months?
Should be. able-
What about 24 months?
You
Is it a
could.
minimum, or is it?
I don't know if there's a
No,
minimum. on it.
you can lease as long as you want to, 12 months.
Look, why don't you just wait another week then? Just wait another week to figure it out.
And come back with a number. All right, so we have a motion, and we've got a second to approve the county vehicle bids. We've got discussion not to. All those in favor of approving the bids as is? Aye. Say aye. All opposed?
Approve them as is.
No, this is to wait till next week.
Wait next week, I'll approve wait next week, okay.
No, right now, but what I'm coming back to is,
Oh, all right.
you're voting no.
Yeah.
You're voting no
We
to
approve
approve
it
these
next
two.
week. We approve, no.
All right, so
All right.
two voted for to approve it, right?
No, I'll hold off to next week.
Okay.
Well, it'll be the week after next, week after next.
Week after next.
We're gonna clear this up. All those in favor of approving the county bids, as Tim stated earlier, say, raise your right hand. All right, we got one. All opposed? We got 3 opposed, 1 in favor. All right, we'll bring them up at our next meeting. Motion failed. Next item is committee appointments. District 1.
Did that change from you? Did you have all that already? All my field right now. I'm good.
I think District 2 is filled. District 3.
I'm good.
District 4.
Nobody this time.
District 5.
Good.
District 6.
I don't have anything.
District 7. No committee appointments. Mr. Coward had requested that we observe a moment of silence for Ms. Finkley and her passing. I'd like to do so at this time, please, if you will. Thank you. Next item is an executive session for a legal briefing. Is there a motion to go into executive session? Is there a second?
Hold on just a minute. Mr. Chair, Mr. Administrator, can we, the mayor, he got kind of a little bit to deal with this deal, and Rodney, can they be in executive session with us? So we can-
Whoever we invite.
Yeah, that's okay. I think they need to be in.
And the capital sales tax
Yeah,
commission.
that's what I'm saying.
We've got a motion. We've got a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Now going to executive session.
Make that motion.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Oh,
We've got a motion. Is there a second?
Yeah.
hold on.
You want to say something, Chair?
I think we're talking about them cars, but I don't know if this is appropriate, or can I talk to them about the cars now, or what you?
We
We
gonna
done
vote on,
voted
when we
next
have our
week.
next special meeting.
We'll have a call meeting next week.
Week after
No,
next.
We can't, the next, we're gonna have a
August
call
4th.
meeting, we'll vote on it at that time. We're discussing the funding mechanism, whether to go through the enterprise, where to go through the bank.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's, it's not the cars, it's how we're gonna fund it. That's what we're talking about. So we've got a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor of leaving? We gonna leave. All right.